Hi Taurus, welcome to your reading for, well, this is May. I'm doing this reading in May, but it's relevant whenever you watch this reading. So this reading is about relationships, but it's not only for a love relationship. This can be anything relevant for a connection that you have with someone that you want to check in on or get more information about or have a better understanding of. So I've already shuffled the cards, but I'll give it a couple more just so you know that the cards are shuffled. How you see yourself, how you see them, how they see themselves, how they see you, forces that are supporting, forces that are challenging, overall energy, and potential outcome. Okay, as you can see, all of the cards are in reverse, including the Six of Cups, which is at the bottom of the deck. So I would have to say right off the bat that this connection is one that has a lot of challenging, has had a lot of challenging energy in it, and it may not be something that will continue. Like how I'm feeling this energy is that you may be pulling away from this person. You may be finding it too much work to keep trying with this person. How you see yourself, right? Page of Cups in reverse. Straight away that tells me that you may have at one point been very interested in this person, felt very connected to this person, or you wanted to share more with this person, or you wanted to maybe, if it's not a love offer, if it's not a love relationship here, could be that you wanted to collaborate with this person or you wanted to be involved in some way. But because you're here as the Page of Cups in reverse, that's telling me that you're wanting to pull away or you're wanting to retract, right? Because in the upright position, the Page of Cups is offering this cup. The cup represents love, it represents creativity, it represents communication as well. The pages are all communication cards. So it could be that you were wanting to connect more, you wanted to communicate more, you wanted to go deeper, you wanted to learn more about them, you wanted to be more involved, you wanted to do things together. But as it's in the reverse position, it's like you're pulling away from them. And Knight of Pentacles in reverse is how you're seeing them. It tells me that you're not necessarily seeing them as someone who has the potential for commitment or someone who has the potential for long-term connection. Because in the upright position, the Page of Pentacles is about loyalty, it's about consistency, it's about longevity, it's about patience as well. So all of those things in the reverse position are how you see, how you're seeing them now. Means that you don't necessarily feel like either you might be feeling like they are not someone who could be loyal to you, or in reverse, you might not be feeling like you want to be loyal to them as well, or patient with them, or committed to them, or moving forward together. Because the Knights are about action as well. So action in the Pentacles, it's about earth element. So you might not be wanting to move forward with them in a physical way, on the earthly plane, like in real life, in physical ways, in mundane ways, in action oriented daily ways. Like you might have at one point wanted to do something together, like create a business or be in a partnership of any kind. But now it says here that you are kind of withdrawing your energy away from them. Okay, now how they see themselves and how they see you. I think this person might be a little bit overwhelmed emotionally, because both of these cards are very watery. The Moon is complicated. The moon card is about the things that are in the subconscious mind, the things that are deep and in the shadow parts of the self, also the deep psychological things. It's about subconscious mind, it's about hidden things. You have the High Priestess as well, which is kind of a similar energy. I'll get to that in a second. But how they're seeing themselves, Moon in reverse, how I'm seeing this is that they might be a little bit overwhelmed and maybe confused as well, because Seven of Cups is also a card of confusion. So while this is in the position of how they see themselves, in the same way that I was saying the Knight of Pentacles could be about how you're seeing them, but it's also in reverse, right? There's mirroring going on. That's why I've placed the cards like this. It's like you're mirroring each other, right? So they might be finding that the things that come up as a result of that mirroring, or as a result of the connection, or as a result of being close to you, are bringing up things for them, bringing up insecurities, bringing up doubts, bringing up feelings, bringing up things that they need to process. And those things could be quite challenging, because they're seeing things in themselves that are triggered by your energy, that's making them have to look deeper at the self. It's making them have to look at parts of their shadow. It's maybe making them look at patterns that they have in relationships that might be toxic or unhealthy. So it feels like the energy of this dynamic is very triggering for both people. But I feel like it's maybe a little bit more triggering for the person more than you. Like you, I mean, yeah, you're also kind of triggered by their energy, but I feel like it's this. What I'm seeing here is it's more like you've seen some things about them which are a little bit unhealthy for you, and you are kind of taking somewhat of a more, how I'm seeing it, a little bit more of an empowered response to this confusing energy, and just deciding to kind of take your space and reclaim your energy and just pull away from them, so that you are not necessarily having to deal with the dramas and the insecurities and the things that this person is being triggered by as a result of the connection. Because I think you're maybe seeing yourself as not, how do I say that, like you're maybe not as like the things that are coming up about the from the connection are things that you might have already dealt with in yourself, and so you might not feel like it's your job to kind of process this thing with them, right? I hope that makes sense. Now, these two cards here, forces that support and forces that challenge. Again, as I said, the High Priestess and the Moon are kind of similar energies. They're very watery, they're very shadowy. You can see in the High Priestess card there is a moon as well here. So both of these cards are about things that are coming up from the subconscious mind, things that might be hidden or deep, or like shadow work and such like that. So High Priestess reverse crossed by the Four of Wands is telling me that this is an energy that isn't necessarily something that needs to have more input, let's say. As I said, how I felt earlier, it's like you may be understanding that the things that are being triggered for this person are not things that you need to deal with. You can see that it's kind of they're being triggered by your energy in a way that's making them kind of dig up all this stuff and look at things that they're insecure about or whatever. Or maybe they are acting out in weird ways, but they're not aware that those acting out behaviors are actually coming from their own shadow and their own insecurities. But you can kind of see it and you're like, nah, no thanks. I'm going to just like leave this where it is, because I don't necessarily feel like I need to do this work with this person, because I've already been doing my own shadow work and I've healed those traumas, or I've healed those things that this person is now uncovering for themselves as a result of interacting with your energy. So for some people, if this is an energy with a connection that has been ongoing for a long time, like if, for example, you're someone who's married or has been in a long-term relationship with this person, this challenging energy, the Four of Wands in reverse, is saying that you may want to break up with them, right? Like the Four of Wands upright is a card of marriage or commitment or being established in some way, because the Four is about foundations, it's about commitments, it's about what's been established, right? So being that it's in the reverse position and it's the challenging energy, it means that you may want to dissolve that connection, or you may want to disassociate from the connection because of those reasons I've already mentioned. And again, the High Priestess is a card about intuitive things, just like the Moon is as well. How I'm seeing it here, though, in context to the cards, is that because this is this card in this position is what is the supporting energy, what is the force that supports. So Priestess in reverse is talking about withdrawing. It's talking about disconnecting and moving away. So that's what I mean. Like you pulling away from this person is actually a healthy way to behave, given the energy that you're facing here from this other person. I hope this is making sense. Another way I could see the priestess, because the priestess is very stoic, she's a little bit aloof, and how her energy is in the reverse position is like it might be that you can see that in this specific energy, the best action you can take is to not necessarily keep communicating. Because I feel like in that, if you try to keep processing with this person, or if you try to communicate with them about what you see or what you feel in this energy, or if you need to try to explain to them your actions and behavior, it could be just a waste of energy, and it might make you feel very drained and depleted. Now, for some people, that might seem like toxic behavior or bad behavior, because like some people might call that ghosting, or leaving someone on hold and not letting them know like what your thoughts and feelings are. But as I said, I feel like in this particular energy, I feel like that's actually a more evolved way of handling this, because your person may not actually be in the right place to even understand your perspective. This person obviously has some things that they need to work out. And you communicating what you're thinking and feeling might actually cause more trauma and pain to them, because it's essentially a rejection. Now, the overall energy, Two of Pentacles in reverse, that's telling me that there is no decision to make for you. It's already clear. It's not like there's nothing you need to go back and forth on. You might have already weighed up the pros and cons. You already feel clear. These two cards in this position, and even the priestess, the Two of Pentacles, it's clear how you feel about this person. It's clear how you want to move forward, and it's not with them. With the Four of Pentacles, the Four of Wands in the reverse here, like this central part of the reading is pretty clear for me that you already know how you want to move forward with them, and that is that you don't really want to move forward with them. You want to withdraw your energy. You've already pulled away, probably. Now, Queen of Cups in the reverse position as the potential outcome, it's kind of reiterating everything that I've been saying, in that there is not going to be really anything emotionally satisfying in this connection for both parties, because it seems like there are things that have been uncovered. There are things that have been uncovered that are a little what's the right word? Disheartening or disappointing, or cannot be things that maybe there's things that have been uncovered here that can't be resolved by you, right? Can't be resolved by you. In other words, I feel like this person, and maybe you already know this person has a lot of healing to do, and that's not to say that you don't as well, but I feel like this person has a lot of healing to do, and they need to do that on their own. It's not something that you can be responsible for. It's not something that you can take on. It's not something that you can do for them, right? This person has some emotional baggage that needs to be mended and nurtured and taken care of by them. You cannot fix them, and they need to know that they have to do that work on their own in order to be in a better place for their own well-being, so that they can have healthier relationships, healthier dynamics with people. And it's probably not going to be you. It's something they need to do on their own, so that in future, new connections that they make won't have these kind of issues. And probably because the moon is here with the Seven of Cups, this is probably a repeating pattern that they have in their relationships, where there is some tension or problematic issues where people maybe pull away from them, or there's some kind of unhealthy relating. A lot to do with boundaries as well here. I feel like there's unhealthy emotional boundaries, especially with the Queen of Cups and the moon reverse, Seven of Cups as well. So this person has some work to do. And as I said, like you pulling away here might be painful for them, but you trying to explain to them your feelings and what you see and how you're understanding their energy in relationship to yours might not actually help the situation. It might actually cause them more pain. So it's not an easy energy, this one. But I feel like for you, there's a level of maturity in your energy that's telling me that you understand all of what I'm explaining here is as complex as it is. And that, yeah, probably the best thing that you can do is take care about your own energy, protect your own energy, have healthy emotional boundaries so that this person's chaos or this person's emotional unhappiness or unwellness is not gonna impact you in a negative way. Just checking here if there's anything else. I didn't really talk on this card, but I'll just touch on it quickly now. So this card is how they see you, right? Sorry, yeah, how they see themselves, how they see you. Seven of Cups reversed. It's like they might have, if it was upright, I would say like there's a lot, they might have seen there as there being a lot of options, or there's a lot of interesting things to discover and learn about you. But in the reverse position, I feel like they might be a little confused. I've already touched on that. Both of these cards are a little confused, emotionally messy. They also might think that they might feel a little bit disillusioned by you. Like maybe the fantasy, maybe there was some kind of like the potential energy. Obviously in the beginning there was some potential energy here for something. But because you pulled away energetically, they're feeling a little bit confused and overwhelmed because maybe the bubble has burst, you know. They probably were pinning a lot of hopes on you, on the connection. And now that the Seven of Cups is in reverse, because you've pulled away, they're feeling like the fantasy and the bubble has burst. They're maybe a little bit disillusioned, confused, overwhelmed. But as I said, those are not necessarily your responsibilities. That's not yours to take on. This person needs to take care of themselves, manage their own emotional energy, and put in the work so that they can heal whatever traumas or whatever patterns that are showing up or being triggered by your energy so that they can evolve past the point that they are now. And just to touch on this card at the bottom of the deck, Six of Cups, in the upright position, obviously there's a connection here. There's like some kind of bond or some kind of union of individuals that is feeling kind of hopeful and with potential. But again, in the reverse position, that is not really a fact. That might be something that was showing potential at the beginning, but as some time has gone by and events have unfolded, you're seeing this person in a different way than you did when you first met them, and so you are clearly here pulling away. So I hope that reading's helpful. Let me know in the comments if you have anything you want to share. It's been an honor and a pleasure to read for you. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next reading. Bye for now.